Thank you so much for your wonderful introduction. I think you made them half very much excited, and half of the job will be from my side to create a wonderful interest across all these students to know about cybersecurity and taking cybersecurity as their career in coming days. And my purpose is that the cybersecurity is not only for those students who are very much specialized in power or in electronics or in computer science. Whoever is having a technical foundation level education can enter into this new world. So, just as an introduction, I'm trying to show my journey. I'm in the cybersecurity world for more than 23 years. So humbly speaking, in Pakistan, one of the senior guy. But I would like to share my story with you to understand that from where I started and how I have reached up to this level. Because of course, there is no magic, right? We'll have to start with the baby steps, and somewhere, after some time, you will be here. So, by profession, I'm also an engineer from UT Lahore, electrical engineer, telecommunication, in 1998. And what I realized that time, that I will not go for a traditional job like SDO, the owner of the area, Badshah of the area, or the mechanical engineer going for a factory. I said, no, let's go for something new. And I don't know what happened to me. I realized, let's go outside Pakistan. Because I was thinking, if I want to struggle, let's struggle outside. So I went to Saudi Arabia without any experience. And wherever I was going, people were asking me, do you have experience? I said, I have degree. I said, okay, but where is the experience? And I was challenging them, it's like, how can I get experience unless you give me opportunity? And the challenge was why they should give me opportunity. So a typical employer for you guys, if he's gonna give you the first ever job, you have to think they are a typical investor, right? And they are gonna spend on you. So you have to show your value, otherwise they will not spend or invest on yourself. I was very disappointed because outside Pakistan, no experience. So someone told me, why not you should go for some certification. So that time, like in 1998, I was told about a certification called Microsoft Certified System Engineer. So although I was engineer, I was surprised. People are saying, if you get this certification, then you are the actual engineer. So they used to call in Arabic Muhandis. They say, you are not Muhandis unless you pass this certification. And it was very, very rare that time because no proper internet, no cheat sheets. You know what I mean? You can go and download questions with answers. So I made myself a lab at home, did the network, and then I start learning. So there were like 8-9 exams, all online. So luckily I passed after a longer struggle, although I got my first job as a sales engineer. So in parallel, I promised myself that I'll have to go to technology area. I was not born as a sales engineer. So finally, once I did this, I got a job as a trainer. So कहते हैं अंधों में काना राजा. They said, one guy called me, I want to see the Bill Gates signature on your certificate. It was so rare that time. So although I told him this is just a printed signature, you will not get the actual signature, but he was like very eager to go and watch this. And after looking at my certificate, he said, yes, we will give you the first ever job, although not in engineering. You will be our trainer to train NCSC people. And here, my career started, especially in the technology area. So during that time in 2000, there was one course came suddenly. It was Security in Microsoft. It was on demand. It came to us, and I started preparing myself. I visualized the security, and then again made my lab at home, because people from Saudi Aramco, which is the largest company in the world, they were coming to attend this course. All American people. I was very confused, quite young guy, of course, 99, we're talking about 99. So these Gora people sitting, and they are like, with grey hair, they are expecting you as your teacher. It was very challenging for me. So what I did, I said again, Andhe mein Kana Raja, they don't know. So I did my best. So I presented this for more than 4 weeks. And after that, Aramco realized for some reason there was a security first incident. They realized why not we should make a security department. So the first ever security operations center was being built, and they start calling people. So luckily their department said, we don't know about security, but there is one guy at least better than us because he was teaching us. So they called me and why don't you should become our employee. So I got the job offer in Saudi Aramco as this network security consultant. And then this was my entry into cybersecurity. Then I found one guy, American, he was having a certification called CISSP. It is a 6-hour exam, one of the toughest exams in the world. And there was only one guy, American, Mr. David Hart, I still remember. He passed that exam and he motivated me that why don't I should try. So I spent 6 months, day and night, and finally I got this certification. I went to Saudi Aramco because David Hart went and he said, please double my salary because of just this certification. And they did it in dollars. Unfortunately, once I went, they said, Mr. Mehzad, already you are getting maximum as per your passport. So that was the kind of discrimination, and I was very disappointed. I said, okay, I can't change my skin. I'm very proud what I am. So then I resigned and I went to a consulting company which was, IT security training and solutions. And then I started all of, certification in cybersecurity. So you can see I have here it's showing 3 dozen security certification. So starting from CISSP, I'm the first Pakistani in 2001 who passed this exam. And this is very, very rare and one of the toughest, still it is the toughest exam in the industry. I remember Australia was saying if you have this certification, please come, no formalities required. We can give you immigration. I refused. Anyhow, so then I went to Saudi Telecom. Then, this was interesting. I made the first ever cyber emergency response team of Saudi Arabia. National CERT. It is called CERT, but on the national level. So I was selected as a program director. I was reporting to their governor. It was like our PTA. And we built their national security cyber emergency response team. What does it mean? The security alerts were coming from air industry, from banking industry, from telecom industry, and all they were being gathered at one place, and we were doing correlation, and we were able to tell that tomorrow there will be some kind of national threat against their aviation industry or against their telco industry or against banks, or overall big threat against Saudi Arabia. So this level of project, I was the program director there, then moved to Mobile, and then I came to Dubai. And there was a company called Telecom. I spent some time there. And here the game changed. So after spending 14-15 years outside Pakistan, PTCL was having a big issue under their cyber security. A lot of security incidents were happening. So they were looking for someone senior. So they called me as the CISO, Executive Vice President of PTCL, 8 years back. And so I started heading actually the National Cyber Security Center. So big experience. Then I went to Telenor, which is also one of the unique experience because I was the CISO of not only Pakistan but Thailand, Bangladesh, and Burma. And then I went to, so I started realizing that most of my experiences under oil and gas or telco, so let's change the taste. So I went to banking industry for some time because the banks, they are very much interested for cybersecurity. So I was the CEO of Banker Fala, and then right now I'm with Engro. And the interesting part here is joining Engro is not a one company. It means their EPCL, which is a chemical plant, their fertilizer, their energy sector, 2-3 big plants, and they have infrastructure, which is the telco industry. So I'm responsible for the overall cyber security of their different industries. So in summary, what I want to tell you, no one by birth is very technical or is having, the very shining days from the start. I went through a lot of challenges and eventually, you reach here. But all this was mostly hidden trial. You people are lucky that Dr. Shoaib and VC Sahar, they are here to tell you these things right now. So you can plan accordingly, not like us, because we were being driven by opportunities. But here you can systematically go, and I will tell you how can you can develop a kind of aptitude in this area. Okay, so how many of you are aware of the first ever computer virus is made by whom? The first ever computer virus, anyone from the audience? Do you know who made this? Pakistan, right? So we are very good in making this type of things. Right? So ideally, if we were making this in 1984, practically speaking, Pakistan should have become the hub of antiviruses companies, right? It did not happen, right? No vision, no sponsorship, I will say, not things running from the top, so it was like individual level effort. So although as of now, this is the global statuses of big security incident where many industries, they are being hit. So whether it is a banking industry, it is a telco industry, it is Aramco, all they are being hit. So whether it is a Honda or Marriott or so I'm sure you must be aware of some of the incidents. What I want to say that they have $1 billion impact. Nowadays, just because of a cybersecurity incident, the overall share price of that company may go down just because of cyber. One of the examples is Yahoo was supposed to be purchased in $4 billion, and in 6 months before the deal was being finalized, security incident happened against Yahoo, and the same deal was asked to actually be finalized after having a deduction of $1 billion. So $1 billion could help you to create this much of discount. So I will not go into detail, but at the Pakistan level, what I want to say, you might be aware of National Bank of Pakistan, you might be aware of what happened to K Electric, FBR. These are very recent examples where they have a severe hit, and now they are making their proper security division after the realization. So, and that's why it is creating more opportunity. Do you know what is this? Any idea? Is the army guy? But do you know what exactly he's doing? So in the world now there is a concept of not having the traditional military force, but a cyber force. So this guy actually sitting there is responsible to monitor the security status of different countries, and if required to push the button to actually create a catastrophic cyber security attack which can impact their different industry and can put the whole country in dark age. Imagine if you don't have energy, let's say attack against your power plant, then not only power plant will be impacted, we as a human being gonna be also impacted, because these backup supplies, they can work for some time, and after that people in ICU and other area, they will be in trouble. So look at this. So in addition to atomic power, there is a new concept of cyber power in the world. So people gone are those days, people were very proud of being atomic power. Now, in cyber power, America is in tier 1, in tier 2, Canada, UK, Israel is very active. In tier 3, even India is there, but unfortunately you will not find Pakistan. The same country who developed the first ever virus. Unfortunate situation. We are standing, I think it's 65 or 67 number in the world ranking of being a cyber power. What is this? Any idea? So this is a snapshot of cyber attacks landing at Pakistan space. So although they are not digital, they are not physical, but actually they are digital. And they are like missiles, the same way physical missiles are landing, unfortunately, if they go and try to attack Pakistan, they are landing right now. So similar to normal physical attacks, someone should investigate, right? Because you don't know this bombardment could be a sign of a catastrophic impact, but which may not come right now, but after 6 months. So that's why even government of Pakistan, they have realized the importance, and there is a new concept of Pakistan National Cert, which is being built. Lot of new job opportunities, starting from lower level up to high level, they have been created. But I know more than 150 positions are there to combat this type of cyber attacks at the national level. Now, what's happening in this industry overall worldwide? According to this report in 2021, cyber criminal or cyber business is equal to $6 trillion business. Not billion, $6 trillion business. So it's a very, very systematic business where all these hackers, cyber criminals, they are attacking and making money in the form of ransom after having ransomware attacks. And there's a prediction in 2025 it will reach up to 10.5 trillion business. Again, challenges come with opportunities, right? So these are the challenges globally, but it is also creating opportunity for you guys. What does it mean? That 3.5 million jobs, a vacuum of 3.5 million jobs is available till 2025. The global world is badly looking for people like you, if you enter in this world, to fill this gap. And this is a very big number, by the way, and right now, just in US, 465,000 jobs, just in cybersecurity. So if you just touch a 2-3 certification, you are qualified actually to go and apply, and they will actually ask you, please come and join us. And this is an amazing opportunity. And with this opportunity, what we believe that so with this opportunity, what we believe, the world is actually, look at the investment all over the world. So if at one place, cyber criminals are making $6 trillion business. On the other side, the companies like cybersecurity companies or the banking industry is investing in this way. So just in North America, 40% of the budget for cybersecurity globally is coming from North America. Europe 20%, rest of the world 30%, Middle East is 10%. And and that shows the big demand in this area. This is actually statistics from the Middle East, where actually they have a plan of spending $29.9 billion up to 2025 across all these countries. And again, that required not only solutions, boxes, that required human power, which we can generate and we can make a lot of revenue. So we can think about exporting these type of resources outside Pakistan also. Okay, now the question is, what exactly is required to become a cyber security expert? right? Because you may say this might be very much complicated. The good news here is the baseline or the foundation level education is engineering degree, which you have, or computer science degree, which you have. You're going to have it very soon. And then some kind of basic firewall IDS knowledge, that is not, to be honest, rocket science. But again, you should have some coding experience. And the most important thing is this one. Possesses the right eye for detail and outstanding problem solving skills. Analytic skills. What is analytic skills? I will give you an example. A traditional guy like from IT might be master of configuring a firewall. But the information security guy with his analytic skills will be master of finding flaws under this configuration. That is a huge difference. And that requires a totally different mindset shift. And that comes of course with experience, but with the critic eye you can develop this, and that's why people sitting in security operations center, they are very different from a typical network operations center engineer. Because network operations center is just learning different things are up and down or not. But the security operations center guy, out of thousands of logs, is able to identify what is abnormal in advance and can help company to avoid big incident. And the thrilling part here is this is not a stagnant area. This is every day for me today start with a new journey. I'll have to read more and more. New threats are coming. So it's a very dynamic area. It requires a lot of reading preparation on daily basis. So it really actually keep you at your toes, right? But on return, actually it is adding more value to your job. So now the employers actually they're asking, please stay with us, don't leave us. They know the opportunities. So that is the hell of difference. Rather than people are being fired and then they go and request, please keep in this in your organization. With this type of dynamic threats, you become an integral part of the organization, and that is a very big difference, right? So what we can do, so this is the list of all possible actually technology certification in front of you. Depending upon your aptitude, you can not necessarily, I will say, okay, if you don't want cyber security, you can go to other area. But these are all those things which are relevant to cyber security. Some of them are like hands-on, some of them are actually relevant to networking, some are relevant to cyber security management, some are relevant to cloud security, and they're all in high demand. The difference here is, in this area, which is now very much specific, you can start from basic level certification, like CompTIA is offering. There are CCNA in security also. So if you want to start cyber security, but you are very good in networking, then CCNA security is the right path. If you are very good in system, then MCSC in security is very good path for you. Okay. If you are good in forensic or kind of investigation, then forensic certifications are available like CHFI. If you want to become an ethical hacker, so CEH is one of the track you can try. If you want, other than this, by the way, there is a big demand for governance. What does it mean? If you are good in talking, then people are required to provide security awareness, do phishing simulations. So that is another area. So if you are good with your communication skills, you can go for ISO 27001 certifications. These are like standard security companies, and the companies are being certified for this type of craft, and then you can explore your area here. At the advanced level or at the expert level, as I mentioned earlier, CISSP. So this area still in demand, which is here. Also CISM, Certified Information Security Manager. This is also a good fact. CCIE, you might be aware of this. So sometime before, CCIE was very much known for networking. It is from Cisco, but they have also launched CCIE Security. So in addition to written exam, they put you in a big room for more than 48 hours, and they give you a problem statement. They give you different red alerts, and you have to bypass this, and then you need to reach to your destination. So it's called capture the flag. So you keep on actually capturing different security flags, and eventually if you capture all possible, let's say out of 10, 9 flags, then you are able to declare yourself as a CCI security. So these type of flag, again, you have to first explore what is your intention and what's your aptitude. As I said, you might be good in system, some are very good in coding, right? Some are very good in networking, some are good as a exploring bugs under different applications, and that is a different area. I know personally many people who are doing this bug bounty, and they are making thousands of dollars sitting at your home, and it is a legitimate platform where actually you inform the company, or either they inform openly, please tell us if you find any bug, we can give you, if it is critical, we can give you even $10,000 worth of bounty. So there are many Pakistani which are doing this, and without even having a traditional job, they are making good money. And the good part here is you don't need to go anywhere. Sitting at your home, you can make this type of income in your hand. So now, as Dr. Zadi mentioned, we will talk about different industry. Not only in Pakistan, but even outside Pakistan, most of the companies which are from financial industry, they are interested to hire cybersecurity professionals. Why? Any idea? Why banks are looking more for cybersecurity professionals? Anyone from you? Why not other industry? Money involved.
And they are online.
Yes. They say there is no need to go physically. Now they say this, you are stupid if you go physically and do robbery. You can do the same thing online, right? You can do the dakati online, unfortunately. So this money is online, digitally available. And maximum what will happen? You will lose, you will fail if you will attack. And someone sitting 10,000 kilometers away from the bank, there is no legislation, there is no regulator, there is no police. They are keep on trying this. So that is the bad part. But the positive part is the banking industry, they have realized, and through State Bank of Pakistan, it is now a requirement to have a proper cyber security teams. And if you don't have, they actually penalize them. So, and they are keeping of course your credit card information. So the data is the major concern there, which needs to be protected. Okay. Now let's go to telco industry. In case of telco, there is something called CDR. Do you know what is CDR? Caller data record. So that is actually very, very sensitive data, which is supposed to remain confidential. But the hackers go and attack this, and if that one is revealed, it can create a lot of repetition damage. So that's why all telco, not only globally, also in Pakistan, they are having a proper security division. I will explain further. And they are supposed to have a department with resources. Same thing is with utilities, where actually the power sector comes. There is a discussion going on. 1.5 years back, there was an outage in Pakistan for more than 48 hours. You might be aware, right? And the whole Pakistan went into dark age. So there is a speculation that the root cause was not a typical power outage, it was a cyber attack. The problem here is, if you want to declare it as a cyber attack, you need the infrastructure to correlate this, right? It's like if you want to know whether you have certain disease, first of all you should have the lab, right? So the blood test can be given only to a reasonable lab. So same problem here. So if you are a victim of cyber attack, first of all you should have the basic infrastructure to detect. Otherwise you will remain blind, unfortunately. So that's why now, assuming this, they are putting a lot of focus. So all power sector, they are making at the CISO level organization proper hierarchy, and they are spending money. Huge budgets are being actually put all together. In manufacturing, which is a chemical industry or fertilizer or all this, the most important thing is power plants, they can't afford even 1 hour outage. So nowadays, hackers, they are diverting their direction from financial industry to manufacturing because they have more money than even banks. And they know if they will create an outage, they can earn some kind of ransom. So, and so all these are eye-opening, and that's why regulatory perspective, State Bank of Pakistan, PTA, NEPRA, SECP, all they are putting this as a regulatory requirement to make sure that this realization should happen across the whole industry. So now if you want to understand, keep this. This is, in addition to this, there are companies who are making their work, they are making their own security companies. So one are banks or energy sector or telco, but who is supposed to provide them solution? So there is another deep need that cyber security companies are being built in Pakistan, and they are having this type of hierarchy. So if you are not very technical but you have the simple background, you can even get involved becoming the sales and marketing guy of cyber security services. So there are like hardcore people, hands-on experience. These people will implement this solution, and these people, like again having some foundation level experience of cyber security, you can also join their commercial team. So this is also a great opportunity, by the way, even for DBA people. So DBA people, they know the business, but if they do 2-3 certification, foundation level, they can at least start marketing cyber security services. Because eventually it will not be implemented by them, it will be implemented by more technical people. So this is a more demanding area. With this, now what are the services, you may ask? What are the services in demand from the cyber security companies? So one is the consulting services, where actually they go and ask, please give us advice, I have these problem statements. One is box services, boxes, we call it boxes. It's like Fortinet firewall, Cisco IDS, and these things should be implemented. And the third one is SOC managed services, security operation centers, 24/7. These are eyes of any companies to monitor security threats. And the fourth one is the training, where actually they can offer different security certifications. So with these 4 pillars, actually many companies, they are building their functions, introducing as a full-fledged company, and offering these services. And these services, if you take the example of SOC, it starts with 24/7 security monitoring center. If you come to our office one day, you will find big screens, let's say this much of size, but 8 different displays, which are showing you in real time cybersecurity incident happening in your organization. Our job is to detect them correctly, so before they become a headline, we go and not only detect but also contain them, so we control them. So similar to network operation center, this operation center, security operation center, it is neither of the demand. State Bank has advised all banks. You know how many banks in Pakistan? Any idea? Just guess how many banks in Pakistan? 20?
24,000.
You will be surprised, it's more than now 50 banks in Pakistan. So these 50 banks, they are having mandating requirement of making their own security operation center with a minimum force of, let's say, 5 to 6 people just working for security operation center. And these guys, they can start. You can start your career from SOC analyst 1, level 1, and then there is level 2, and there is level 3. Okay. And how to become a SOC analyst? It's just require a 6-month certification. There are kind of simulators available. So you can even log in remotely, and if you go and start passing different levels, then you are a qualified SOC analyst, and where actually the jobs start directly from 70 to 80,000 rupees in Pakistan. So without having any experience, if you just go and pass this certification, you are quite eligible to join this SOC, because they are badly looking for manpower, because most of the manpower, to be honest, after spending 2 years in Pakistani SOC, they are qualified to join global SOC. So sitting in Pakistan, you can start making money in dollars. I personally know that I lost like more than, this is normal for me to lose 2-3 resources after every 2-3 months. Now we are immune to this because the opportunities are really giants, and we can't resist because they are paying in dollars. So you can take Pakistani industry as a platform. It will be great if you stay, but if you don't want, the global world is available for you to enjoy. And similar to this, there is something called security professional services. And these services, as I mentioned, they are so these services, this is just a list of the security consulting services. And what does it mean? This does not require any solution at your home. If you have a good communication skills and you have some kind of certification like ISO 27001 to talk about security standards, you can start offering these services. I can give you an example. There are tools available like in the form of Qualys. Qualys is one of the tools to perform vulnerability scanning. With this, it's just like 7 days course. It allows you to scan a whole organization and know in real time their vulnerabilities. And with this expertise in the market, usually we offer like 2 to 3 lakh starting pay, because this is a very sensitive area and people are very few in the market. System hardening, third party security review, BCP plans like business continuity planning. There is a new concept called vCISO, virtual CISO. This is a new concept. What does it mean? You might be not only a CISO of one company, you can start offering this as a service. So 4 or 5 companies might be globally existing. They can hire you and you can distribute your daily time, like 2 hours for X company and 2 hours for second company, because eventually they just need the deliverables. This is a new concept. So sitting without going to Karachi traffic, you can start offering these services sitting at your home. Nowadays, similar to software houses, there are simulators available in the market. It's like 6-hour exams, 7-hour exams. It's called ethical hacking simulators. You go and just plug yourself into this simulator. It will give you the problem. If you resolve, it will enter you into next level. So if you keep on passing all this level, can you imagine after passing all, they give you a job offer in your hand. Digitally signed, a job offer in your hand, where they say in Chicago you have been selected as their ethical hacker. Starting pay is $8,000. This much of offering is being provided, and there is no discrimination. So no problem whether you are from Pakistan or you are from Bangladesh or wherever. As far as you qualify, there are requirement. These global opportunity without actually going physically somewhere, you can do it. And COVID actually help companies to realize that you don't need to have physical teams. As far as sitting remotely, you can do this as per their requirement. They will welcome you. So this is also very, I will say, interesting area. So we discuss number one, SOC services. We discuss professional services, right? And now we will discuss if you are actually fond of security solutions, because like what I know, you people have great lab, which is Fortinet lab, right? So in this area, you can also get certification. So there are firewall, antivirus, IDS, IPS, network admission control. So there is a long list from different vendors. The difference here is these are all vendor-based trainings. Earlier we were discussing vendor-neutral trainings. So again, depending upon your own aptitude, if you go for, usually these are driven by companies. So let's say my company is the Fortinet firewall, certainly I will look for a Fortinet engineer. If I don't have Cisco, I will not go for that. So these certifications really, they are catalysts. They are instrumental to generate new jobs for you. So imagine if your CV is simply showing BSc electrical engineering, but if you just go and put 2-3 certification, I guarantee you it will allow you to go for an immediate interview somewhere. And again, with your own skills, you can prove and you can get the job offer. What I want to say, guys, gone are those days where only the degree will help you. You will have to put some, you will do some tarka. You know tarka? So you have to put something which can differentiate you from others. So there are thousands of people already in competition, and here you will have to show yourself with the help of this certification, because the employer, I will tell you, to some extent they are selfish. Why? Let's say I have a demand of Fortinet firewall configuration, and you come to me, you said, I can learn this and I can do this after 3-4 months, and to be honest, it's not a magic, it's not a rocket science. But on the other side, if I will find one guy instantly available, already certified, I will prefer that guy. So no matter he's not having any other experience, because I need the results tomorrow. I can't wait, unfortunately. The employer, they can't wait for 3 months. They say, okay, if you have certification, it means hands-on, go and tomorrow configure it. So you guys, we need to understand in reality, putting yourself at the employer, level. Now, this is another example. I'm telling you, at the Pakistan level, these are all cybersecurity companies. Okay? Already in the market. So in addition to employers like banking or telco industry, these are our good top 10, I will say, cybersecurity companies in Pakistan. Starting from Trillium, you might be aware of these names. Reuters, the Reuters guy was a student in 2008. And this guy is young guy, now mashallah, he is the owner of this company, and he has his office in London, UK, US, Middle East. He made his own product now. It's called SOAR, S-O-A-R. In SOAR, he made a product called SIRP, S-I-R-P. And now this guy is making money in dollars, no more money in rupees. He's just like 39, 38 years old guy. And he's having actually a team of more than 100 security engineers. Okay? eBricks is one of, okay, how many of you are aware of a company called FireEye? Good. Only one guy? And that's the problem, guys. It means you people are not actually studying out of your normal working hours. So please get rid of this normal WhatsApp reading. I will strongly recommend you to start reading articles which are relevant to cybersecurity companies. You just Google top 10 cybersecurity global companies. So start taking interest. I'm happy at least one guy is there. What I want to say proudly, the one of the top-notch company, like to some extent number one company in US in cybersecurity, it's called FireEye. FireEye. Proudly speaking, it was made by one Pakistani, Mr. Ashar Aziz. And this product actually, why it was making millions and billions of dollars, because it was saying, it came with a very unique idea. The idea was, if you want to scan, don't scan a file with a traditional antivirus based on a signature. You need to scan a file based on behavior. So he introduced the concept of sandboxing. You know sandboxing? You go to sea and then you create your, the sand home, and then you can afford to destroy it. Why? Because it's not ultimately the actual home. In sandboxing concept, he is still able to run the malware in the sandbox. So without compromising the actual machine, and the based on sandbox results, he is quarantining your file, or he's saying yes, ready to go or not. Very direct idea, but no one was working that time. So with this brilliant idea, he is a billionaire, this guy. MashaAllah. The company behind this was eBricks. So what he was doing, he was saying it's a USA company, but the whole R&D was coming from this Lahore-based company called eBricks. Of course, he utilized the more affordable resources and making this product which was globally recognized. Infosys, Rapid, Compute, PwC, KPMG, these are companies which are mostly known for security services, not for security solutions. I will highly advise you, inspiring from the story of Mr. Ashar Aziz, which is the FireEye, that rather than you become an employee, start thinking to develop some product in security. Bring some idea, put it on the table. Nowadays, globally, so you don't need to wait even for a local sponsor. There are globally platforms available. They give you opportunity to go and talk through Zoom in front of hundreds of investors, and if they like your idea, they will sponsor. So they can get some equity, some share part of your idea, but if your idea is going to become, is going to win the heart of the people, eventually you become the owner and you can become millionaire. The reasoning is, product development is the actual thing. Entrepreneurship, these type of things you can think right now. You don't have the liability, you don't have, right now, marriage life, you have kids. Start working on ideas. Bring ideas on the table, what I want to say, security ideas, and see if someone is there to sponsor. Believe me, I have seen many people who are available to sponsor these ideas. I give you a small example. I know a Pakistani guy in America. I just met him last week. So I can disclose his idea because the product is already methodized. Imagine he utilized the Bluetooth signal to make this technology or security solution. So it's a physical security solution which works in once there is an earthquake or there is a disaster. If, God forbid, if there is an earthquake, God forbid if building collapse, if we want to know if someone is still alive, with technology and with the help of that application. सामने का idea है, using Bluetooth which is only nearby काम करती है. So if I connect to you, then you will be connected to the third guy and the fourth guy, and eventually the whole city is interconnected. So these type of ideas you can bring, it can make you self-sufficient actually to earn money yourself rather than becoming a employee of someone. So last 2-3 slides. So as we discussed earlier, this is the CISO part, Chief Information Security Officer. In order to become this, there are some prerequisites. These are the baseline requirements. If you can work on this slowly and gradually, you will go and join the mid-level, and you can become also CISO one day. So it all depends upon your efforts. I have seen people with 10-year experience, they have also become CISO because they went through this type of tracks and this type of training. So eventually, sitting on this pyramid, on the top, you should have at least experience of all these basic level functions, so that you can challenge them and you can ask them the relevant query. So this is the ideal track. We discussed this. Yeah, maybe this is the interesting part, and this will hold this guy. What is this? So our respectful Dr. Saab said about salaries. He said, please bring this slide so people you also understand. In reality, these are the list of different well-recognized, I will say, functions or job roles. If you go globally outside Pakistan, look at the salaries. If you are a CISO, it's $200,000, per annum, up to 265. And if you are a simple graduate with 1, 2, 3 certification, it starts from 80,000, 90,000. This is very, very normal. And these guys, again, after 2-3 year experience, this guy will jump into $120,000, $130,000. So this is normal there because of the huge demand, which I already shared with you. Now, for you guys, of course, right now you are not here. Again, you can earn this money remotely. I give you all the clues. If you are still here, you want to work for a local market, still it is not bad. So we are starting from like 70 to 80,000 rupees with a very basic experience, very, very basic experience, like 3-month experience. And then it reached, so in Pakistani market, there are chief information officers which are, for a very small bank, it is still like 700,000, 800,000. But for big industry, it is about 1 million, sometimes 1.5 million. So it's increasing. The realization is very, very high. And this is unbelievable, by the way. With all due respect, it is unbelievable because in Pakistan, unfortunately, for many other industries, you have seen that they are not very good paymasters. Do you know the reasoning why they are giving you this much of money? Any idea with all this analysis? Why they are able to give you something more than which is not available? What is the reasoning? Shortage of people, right? So if they want to retain, again, don't work for an area which is having saturation. That's my core message. Work for a function which is not saturated, which is highly in demand, and where the employer is badly looking for people rather than you go and start chasing people. And that is the fundamental difference here. Last but not second last slide. With all this wonderful knowledge, one thing is very important, guys, for you. If you are going to cybersecurity, it's a very, very sensitive area. It comes with a lot of responsibility because at one place you will not be only knowing the vulnerability, you will be also knowing how to exploit this. So there is a fair chance that you can go into wrong hands and can be misused. And that's why we usually say a cybersecurity professional is not a guy who is having great competency is the guy actually who is having a great character also, right? If both are available, then he is qualified to declare as a ethical hacker. So this is very important. Religiously also, this is a kind of liability. If you know something bad, then use in a very controlled manner. Don't exploit this. So this ethics requirement is very much there. And last but not the least, choose a job you love and you will never have to work a day in your life. That's the most important thing. Thank you so much, guys.